welcome back. So I'm not trying to like film all the time. It's just whenever I feel like it, and also whenever here, let's just turn this little. It's whenever I just feel like filming, and if I have anything I want to talk about and or makeup. Like this time I want to do my makeup like a more full face so you can see like the different kinds of styles. But I also have stuff to talk about because last week was crazy. So I said previously I have endometriosis and I had gotten my period and I was, it was exorcist style and, whatever. So somehow with all that made me like a timeline in reality a day behind. I don't know, and I'll explain, but it was like freaking annoying. So I missed my doctor's appointment. I was thinking about going on Ozempic. I missed the appointment for that. And here, let me do my makeup while we talk too. But yeah, so I missed my appointment. And I don't realize I missed it until like, it was supposed to be like 11 and I forget until like 2 p.m. I'm like, I should have been at the doctor's today. It didn't even hit me until then. I was just like, oh my gosh, what is going on, right? So I had to reschedule. I called them, rescheduled. But that was frustrating. And like I said, I'm not scared of doctors or anything, right? So it's not like I was like subconsciously like avoid going or it wasn't like that. It was just total mind blank, right? I had an alarm. I had no, I didn't have an alarm for that day, but like reminders. So like I knew, hey, today I'm going, and then it just disappeared from my brain. I was like, nope, that's not a priority right now. Today is relaxing. Today, stay home. You're going through it. So that's what was happening. And you know what I hate? When you get your thing, like the most horrible times. Like I was at the gym. I was warned the day before I was getting like pre-cramps, like warning cramps, like they're going to be getting. But I was at the gym. I was on, is it called the elliptical? Where you do this and the legs? I don't know. But I was on the, I guess, elliptical, and my legs were giving out. And I was like, I was like, what the hell? Why am I going that hard, I was just on it for like 10 minutes max. But it's because she was on her way here, the sciatic, what's it called? Labor pain. That was great. And then, so I'm like, let me just get off of cardio. So then I started doing assisted pull-ups. I have no strength in my arms, so I was doing assisted pull-ups. And then, because if it's either way I pull up, you're using your whole body. And I definitely felt the burn, right? So I was like, oh no, she's here. The exorcist is here. So then I immediately left. But I didn't want to waste my day at home, especially if she was like, okay, so when it comes, it's like in waves and also, varying of pain. So, and I wanted to like run errands that day. So I was like, let me just go to the car wash, get what I can do now, get done now before it gets worse, right? So I go to the car wash, so I wash my car, and the wash part, not the vacuum part, in the wash part is when it hit and the sciatic and everything. So I was just like, oh, no. I still tried to push it even after that. I was like, let me go. I didn't vacuum, but I was like, I need to go to the store real quick because I need to pick up something. Didn't even have what I wanted, and I was just suffering the whole time. Anyways, so it was funny, and it freaking sucked. And then the next day was the doctor's, which I missed, and I was just like, oh my God, right? And then the next day I had work. I'm thinking I had work tomorrow, right? And so my job calls me. I'm like running errands still, even though it's the next day and I'm still like, exorcist style. I'm just petting this in. I think I'm gonna do more fuller coverage, so that's why I need to cover these, and then under eyes. This is our hormonal, you know how it goes. So, yeah. So then my job calls me because it was the next day and I was supposed to go to work, and my time is all off. So then I was just like, oh, I'm supposed to be at work right now. And I'm over here running errands with my dude. He had to get like new tires or something. So then we're like doing stupid shit that, like normal stuff. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm supposed to be at work. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, that's a little scary. It's almost like dementia, but I think it's just, like baby brain, like pregnant women. I don't know what it was. It was scary though. Cause like, I'm not afraid of the doctor. It wasn't like, I was avoiding it or anything. It was just, my brain was not there. And then again, the next day, I was like a day behind basically is what it felt like. Has that ever happened to people? You guys just like, your brain shuts off? Brain fart? I don't know if it's a brain fart. That was weird. Like just completely gone. Like no sense of urgency, no sense of anything. Just continue with my day. I know I have errands to run, so let me run those. Like crazy stuff. Weird. You can still see texture, but it's pretty much covered for the most part. There's one right here I want to cover better. But yeah, I have to sneeze. So that's what's been going on. I've been a day behind on everything. It was just crazy. So, update on the Ozempic. I don't know yet. I don't know what the results are going to be from that. Or like, even like, it's going to go down. Whatever. And now I got a second job. Why? Because I do part-time. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing with shit. So I like to keep myself on my toes. I am used to chaos. Believe it or not. I love chaos, apparently. Things need to be going crazy for me to feel at peace. But in a good way. In a good way, because I don't like... I feel like if things are chaotic, you're always distracted. You don't notice things. And if I'm a very hyper-fixated person, there's a lot of things going on at once. I find my brain more at ease, like ADHD, Okay, so... let's tap this in. I'm using L'Oreal True Match powder, pressed powder. And I'm just pressing under the eyes. I got this, the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Light. That shit is pink. I'm gonna use that as a blush today, watch. I'm gonna use that as a blush. That's how pink it is on me. Freaking what the hell? I still don't, even though I'm doing full coverage, I do not like a lot of makeup. So we'll see how this goes. What else has been going on? Concerts. I'm going to different concerts. I shouldn't say where, who, or what yet, but she's a rocker chick, so... Oh! Let's talk about... Oh, I don't know. No, we won't talk about my music father, husband, person. We'll leave him alone. He was on a train. Did you guys see that? I'm telling you, Instagram has been blowing up my feed of him. I'm like, okay, sure. All right, we're gonna use this powder as a blush, watch. It's weird. It's supposed to be setting powder. This is how pale I am, I swear. You see that? It's like a fucking blush on me. That's just so dark. And this shade Light is pink and it's like not my color at all. It's a setting powder. The hell? It's cute though. And it'll cover some of that texture. at that. It's a fucking blush. Gave me dimension. And then we'll go over that with a different setting powder for darker skin tones, shade 4 in Estee Lauder. Yeah. I miss freelancing for Estee. That was so cool. I don't want to give my ex a time of day, but I no longer. It's because drama went down during COVID and I left LA and I no longer live in LA, which is why I don't work for Estee Lauder Traveling Artist. I loved it, don't get me wrong, but she went down and she's no longer a traveling artist. So I'm still in the beauty industry, thankfully. I went back to my roots, sure. But I won't say where or what. If you see me, that's cool, but I won't say where or what until like I need to or something. But I'm still in the beauty industry. Yeah. My dogs are outside. Like, I said I'm gonna do full coverage, right? But I'm probably not. That's a lie. I'm not gonna do full coverage. Ugh. I really wanted to for you guys, but unless it's like date night, I'm going somewhere and I have time and I'm gonna take like a whole ass hour, I'm not doing all that. You know what I mean? Like, she's not. Am I stubborn, or is it like I only do what I want to do kind of thing? Because I'm an adult. I don't know. Am I an adult either? An insult that people used to say about me all the time was like, I'm childish. I think I'm playful, but people would always say I'm childish. And I'm like, why? Because I do what I want? Isn't that what men do? You know? But I'm childish? Okay. I don't know. That's full coverage, in my opinion, is doing eyeshadow. Okay. I have like a mirror here, a mirror here, a mirror here, and then you guys as a mirror. So I can see different angles. There's one in front of me right here. There's one right here. There's one right here. And then you guys. That's cute. And we'll do like a little highlight on the inside. Sure. I think I'll use my fingers for that one. And we'll use this shade. It's not like a, this shade. I just put it right there. Sure. But yeah, I miss my music dad. Who shall not be named. But I miss him. It was so fun. And like the odds of everything was so cool. I was like, oh my god. Like, okay. Do they live in LA? And if they did, that means Amanda was there. The other Amanda. Did she see me? Hi, girl. I don't know. That's cool. Alright. What else? What else has been going on other than me being a day behind? Isn't that crazy though? I felt stupid. Like, I felt like dementia. I don't know. Imagine your job just calling you and you're like, light bulb, hello, you're supposed to be at work right now. And like, wait, depending if they're doing construction. So sometimes for me, it takes an hour to get to work. So when they called and I was already 10 minutes late, I was like, oh, it's gonna be another hour for me to even get there. Because I live in the middle of nowhere. Horrible. Oh, I am doing liner. That counts as having makeup, right? No? I do makeup very fast. It's only been 14 minutes and I'm like almost done. one time when I was what's it called, a makeup artist, or like a freelance artist, I was doing a fashion show and I was like the lash person, because it was in stations, so the models would move along and get each thing done instead of one person or one client and then them taking up their whole time, and then next and then next. So it was more like, all right, you're doing this, and then, you know, so then it kept trickling down to the next person. That's how we did it one of these fashion shows, and I did 100 lashes. I was lash station, so I could do lashes pretty fast too, or makeup in general. When you're like a freelance artist and you need to be fast with it. One time I did makeup in a car, and it was like bridal makeup too in a car, because we're going to the set location, and so I had to do it while we were driving there. That was cool. Yeah. See, now with the aligner and it looking a little darker and it's more like sultry, I can go longer with my liner. No, I'm not. But it's, now that it's more sultry, I can then do a darker lip and it will actually make sense. If I want to go dark, let's go all the way dark, right? No. I can go to red. Ziggy Color Pop. Now that makes more sense, right? Because it's like sultry. I kind of want to go darker and like go ham in on the eyes. The reason why I kind of rushed myself, that was a sharpener. The reason why I kind of rushed myself is because since I'm filming, I am not editing nothing, okay? Anytime I've ever made a YouTube video prior to this channel with my sister or my ex, they did the editing because I was not about it. And so since I'm doing this all by myself and I am not about it, I'm not about it. That's it. So that's why I'm trying to go fast so you guys can see what it would look like. But I still like everything blended. And then I'll probably go over that. So I'm trying to make it fast for you guys. Also, like, I turned off the AC, so now it's like echoing, and I don't know how that's gonna sound like. I am not editing any of it, so if there's reverb, let there be reverb. You know what I mean? I need to go higher on this one. Is that even? Yeah, it's even. Okay, so you see how it's like just dark and like pointy, almost like a liner, but I don't like that because it's not blended. So then you go back with the original shade all over it to almost melt the two colors. I'm gonna use this shade and just almost melt it back into the eyeshadow. Yeah. And then there's no harsh lines and no like harsh like digging and trying to blend it. You're just swiping over it and it kind of marries each other. But now there's a harsh line on top. Oh, I don't like that. So we're gonna go with our foundation shade powder. And then this is how you fix things. So to be like a makeup artist in like, you know, the actual sense, is not so much about being an artist, but being a fixer. Things are gonna go wrong, you have to know how to fix things. That's the real secret about being an artist, makeup artist, or a good one, I should say, is not how good of an artist you are, but how good at fixing situations. That's what I've learned over the time, because avant-garde, what does that even mean? You just throw blue shadow and like studs on somebody's face and now that's avant-garde and you're an artist? Like, no. It's more like, here's the situation, what are you gonna do about it, you know, and like what is the client asking and how can you create it, and if something goes wrong, how can you fix it to make the client happy, you know? And the better of a job you can do of you know, producing what the client wants, that makes you more of an artist than, oh, I do strictly only heavy makeup, you know? It's like, no, you're supposed to be able to do both. Like, okay, so I didn't really contour, right? You want to see me contour? Okay. And then we can even talk about what contour means and does. I like to use a small, like really thinner angled brush for contour, because in that way I can actually go where I need to, but it's still fluffy enough to blend. Okay, so that's why I like this brush for contouring. You want something cool tone. Again, going with Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called? The Film Star Bronze and Glow. This is, for me, this works for me because it does have pinky tones, but because I'm so orange and I already went over with the orange, this is gonna look like a shadow. Okay, so we're gonna use this shade. And different face types do different things. For example, I already have a small upper lip and big bottom lip, right? But if I want to make it look pouty, you just go right here. I don't know why people draw that whole butthole thing. You just go right here under the lowest part of your lip. You see how that wants to make a shadow? Now you're gonna force a shadow there. Okay, look. Okay, and then you get your other brush, your foundation brush, and you just blend it. Because then there's no harsh lines, and it's kind of like setting that color. Now, look how pouty my lip just became. Okay, if you have like me, I have like almost square round. I call it a heart shape, but like it's like square and round. It's a weird shape. I would probably go higher on my contour, so then I look, you know, thinner. I could go down here, but that would age me, so I'd go a little bit higher and in the back. Okay, so I'm just gonna put color right here in the back, and we're gonna blend it out and go high. And then from there, you can see it kind of raised in, looks more square and more of a, what's it called? A cheekbone by doing that. Okay, I'm gonna do the same over here, so you can see it. Almost where this pimple is, you're gonna go that high, and but only in the back. And then you're gonna feather it like a triangle, but you don't see that triangle because it's all. So also, wherever you place your brush first is gonna be the most pigment. So that's why I don't get when people draw on color, you're actually like buffing it out and like irritating the skin. It's like where you place this is gonna have the most pigment, and then you're gonna fluff it out. And you're almost making that triangle on its own, right? So then, now I have cheekbones and they're high up. Right, because my blush is out here, it starts over here. And so it's like, another thing, temples, to slim the face even more. The arch of the brow, the base of the brow. But from the hairline down. Okay, not the whole forehead, just the hairline down. Look at that. Okay, do it over here. Base of the brow, bring it down. Okay, look. And now I don't have all that brown smudge, poop smudge all over. It's just shadowing. And so now I look like I have a really big cheekbone, right? I have a double chin, right? And you can even see the shadow because it's light right there, right? So we're gonna, first we're gonna put some over here just to hide that part. Okay. Now we're gonna put some behind the ear, up the jawline. And what I like to do is turn, because then you'll have the natural jawline helping. You're making like this triangle piece right here. Okay. Oh, I just got skinny. What? No. Just this area. But you're going to turn your head and you're going to let the brush do the work for you. Okay. Look at this. And you're going along your jaw because you turned your head. So then it gives you a natural jawline. That one's a little harsh. Let's blend it with our foundation, or our powder foundation. But even so, I just lost weight. Oh my God. No way. And I'm just gonna blend that out so you don't see any harsh lines. I don't like any harsh lines. I don't know why people bake or any of that. I don't get that. Look how heavy that looks with doing little bit of stuff. It's just color theory and everything. I was gonna say something about the shirt. I love this restaurant. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a restaurant. You can even do your brows, right? I don't like doing the whole carving and all that extra steps for what? Get you an ink pen. It's a marker for the brows. You don't even need to do individual hairs. All you're doing is kind of tinting what you already have. And you may go a little harder on the tail. Okay, look. And any like that open, fine area, you're just brushing through. And look at the difference. Instant. And it even fades and everything. 2 seconds. Crazy. But this is like years of practice and everything still. So I shouldn't be like, no, you know, I shouldn't be rude about it. But so you first start as the tail. Starting at the tail, you can be as heavy as you want, and you can get that hand, you know, hand-eye coordination down. And it's the skinniest part. So then when you go to blend, you're only slowly working your way to the front, right? You're having the heaviest hand back here, which is fine. And then you're slowly coming up on the front instead of just starting at the front. And now you have a done brow. I might add a little more down here. You see how there's like a hole right there? Boom. I have a done brow. Right? What else? I could like add lightness down here, but don't even do that. That's gonna actually draw more attention. That cocaine eye, where you have like white under the eye. You know, people, you think like cocaine nose, right? Think that under the eye. I hate that. That is not how you fix this under eye. You want to know how you fix it? Adding darkness to it, because the contrast will lighten this up. Ready? So you see how my eyeshadow is top heavy? That's going to draw attention towards dark here. So if you add darkness down there, you're going to bring light right there. Okay, so let's grab a color. We're going to grab a color that's more similar to the darkest part here, almost in between. Let's do like a reddy brown right here. You see that little red brown area? So it goes from like a cool dark brown and starts getting redder. Around right here, that's the kind of color you want, okay, with what this look is looking at. Okay. So I'm gonna get that and I'm just gonna put it down here. This is all color theory and how it works. Okay. So now the contrast of that is gonna lighten this area up naturally. I can also, and like I said, I have sunken eyes, so that's gonna be natural, that line, because that's literally my eye. But it lightened it, right? Look at the difference. I can't, there. So adding color down here, that contrast, you're looking at this now, as opposed to looking at that line, and it lightened it. I think it's called like negative space and like contrast. And so that's how that works. So, like I said, just doing art is not being an artist. And I think that's where a lot of our society, I don't want to say society, but a lot of artists have gone, is like, oh, I can do this one look on everyone and now I'm an artist. And I'm just like, you need to know about like era makeup, and you need to know about like why you do what you do, or like how it works, more so than the actual art itself. The art itself is secretly the easy part. The know-how and the reason behind it is the hard part, and that's the part you need to focus on when it comes to being a makeup artist. But I say that right, and I know all this stuff, and I still don't do it. Like, I still don't freelance and do all that stuff. Why? I don't know. Is it a fear of failure? I don't think so, though. Like, I do have a fear of failure, right? I do. Don't get me wrong. That's not it, though. Is my head too big? No. I don't know. My head is big. I'm a Leo. But that's not it. You know what it is? I can't be bothered. My mom, like, not to say she's a bitch, but you know what I mean when I say I was raised by a bitch. Like, I was raised by a bitch, okay? So, like, if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I don't, I'm not going to. And I think that's my issue. That's the real issue. You're supposed to do things even if you don't like it. And I'm like, says who? Like, I still, you know, like, I still do things I don't want to do if I need to. But if I don't need to, or if I don't want to enough, I really won't. And that's my biggest problem. I need to do more things I don't want to do. And I'd probably be doing even better in life, but I can't. You know, if you have money, then you don't have to, because then you could just pay somebody. But me, I do whatever I want. And if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done, and that was it. Girl, this has been 30 minutes of me rambling. But I think I did a good job, because you know why? I taught you guys about some makeup tricks. There's makeup on my hand. I taught you some makeup tricks, how it looks heavier than usual, and even like it not blended looks blended, right? Like if I go like this, you could kind of see that. I can fix it even more so though. Where's that brush? I'll just go like this and then blended. I'm not here like dragging it all day. It's just, you have to know colors. So that one, there was like a skip there when I was like talking. So I just know I gotta focus right there and just buff it out. Boom, gone. Isn't that easy? It's more about fixing things. That's how you learn. My knee, hello knee. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that's all.